Good morning, everyone. My name is Rob Farrell. I'm the Executive Director of Community Relations and Public Safety at the University of Scranton. I'd like to welcome our government representatives, neighborhood association representatives, university colleagues, and my friends and neighbors from the Hill section. And I'd like to welcome you in particular to this gateway, not only to the University of Scranton, but to the historic Hill section. This sign and this setting combine as a fitting symbol of the interwoven fortunes of the university and its neighborhood home. We stand at the gateway not only to the university and the neighborhood, but the gateway to the Mulberry Streetscape Improvement Project. This sign and the gateway at Clay Avenue are the first visible examples of the type and quality of improvements which will improve this corridor from Jefferson Avenue all the way to North Webster. This project is a joint effort of the city, the Commonwealth, and the university, and we are particularly eager to focus on this urban spine of our campus. And this is particularly true given that we opened our Student Center in January of 2008 with its front door facing right on to Mulberry Street. Now I'd like you to imagine what this corridor will look like. I'd like you to imagine tree-lined streets extending over broad stone sidewalks, set in a fashion to withstand not only the wear of the city, but the winters as well. I'd like you to imagine period lighting and period traffic standards and benches, which will enhance this corridor and encourage people to gather and to stroll. I'd like you to imagine scored concrete sidewalks for pedestrians, as well as low limestone seating walls to encourage people to gather, much like the wall that extends up the sign on the back. So as we're poised to continue this project, we received some very exciting news from our State Representative Ken Smith. And I'd like to ask Ken to come forward and talk to you about that.
Good morning and welcome everyone. This is the part that I don't like because I'm always afraid I'm going to miss somebody. But I welcome all of you, Father Pilars and the university officials, Kathy Wexler from Congressman Konjorski's office, Bob McGough, City Council, Mayor Chris Doherty, the younger set of the county commissioners, Corey O'Brien, business associates of Mulberry Street in the Hill section, and Hill section residents, clergy, and our churches and our temples. Welcome everyone. I am truly honored to be here today, and I find the motto of this great city, also known as the Electric City, very appropriate. The city's motto is embracing our people, our traditions, and our future. We gather today at the gateway to the historic Hill section, enriched by the University of Scranton and embraced by local commerce. 3 years ago, the leaders of the East Scranton Business Association came to me with a vision for the Mulberry Street corridor. Thanks to the willingness and the substantial investment that the university is willing to make to not only their institution, but our city, and following many meetings with them, with PennDOT, that this vision today becomes a reality. As we stand in the shadows of the beautiful Hill section, we are surrounded by an area that has experienced a rebirth of vibrant neighborhoods, beautiful homes, and a strong sense of community. Also, the Hill is enriched by the historic 100-year-old Houlihan McLean Center, the beautiful new DeNaples Student Center, and soon-to-be constructed science building that will prepare our students for the 21st century. It isn't often that you have the opportunity to be part of something that encompasses neighborhoods, commerce, education, and public safety. Today we are witnesses of our city's motto. Today we embrace our people, our traditions, and our future. It is my hope that this project will serve as a catalyst for continued rebirth, and that the future of our city and this fine institution will shine as examples of the dedication and commitment we have made to the place we are proud to call home. Thank you very much, and now I give you Father Pillars.
Part of this project is being made possible by funding that Ken has secured for us from the Commonwealth through the governor's office. And I want to thank Ken so much for his efforts to make this project move forward. And we'll hear a little bit more about his work and its results in a moment. We are lucky to have in Ken a representative working to promote the civic engagement of the university and the community which this project so very well represents. Speaking on behalf of the university, a Jesuit university, I want to note that since the 16th century, the founder of the Jesuits, St. Ignatius Loyola, was decidedly an urban promoter. When others were fleeing the city of Rome, he very deliberately opened our first college, the Roman College, now the Gregorian University, right in the heart of the city, because he was convinced that cities are the best classrooms in the world, and the city of Scranton is no exception. Jesuit schools therefore have a centuries-old connection to their urban neighborhoods, and Scranton is proud to carry that forward in the Hill section and in the city of Scranton. Mulberry Street is the urban spine of the campus. It is in no way our boundary. It is in many ways our heart. It is the portal through which the community interacts with the university. This is a relationship which we welcome and embrace, and a relationship which we celebrate today with our joint commitment to making this gateway, this neighborhood, and this artery the shining example of our mutual and shared fortunes. Some basic facts about this project. It is a 5-block project stretching from here, Jefferson, all the way up to North Webster. Phase 1 will be completed this year, with construction to resume in the next few weeks, and will stretch from Jefferson to Madison, including 2 signalized intersections. The money we received from the Commonwealth is our CAP money. These funds, released by the governor for this project through the hard work and efforts of Representative Ken Smith, is $1 million. We are thrilled to be the recipients of the Commonwealth's generosity and Ken's efforts on our behalf. We will now submit the paperwork required with the state for the release of these funds, including work with a municipal sponsor, which in this case will be Lackawanna County. Again, thanks to you all for being here, and thank you, Ken.
I'd like to ask Mayor Doherty to come forward and say a few remarks from behalf of the city.
Good morning, everyone. I think back to 8 years ago, this intersection was a totally different place. You had blighted buildings across the street. You had an empty law office right here. You had the colonnade, which had been blighted and ignored for decades. This intersection has changed and really has become the entrance to the University of Scranton. The university stepping forward and deciding to make a difference and to invest in our city and in our neighborhoods says something about them and our relationship. We have worked very closely together. As the university goes, so goes the city. So goes the city, so goes the University of Scranton. We are tied together. Ken Smith's efforts in being able to get $1 million grant is tremendous to this section of the city and will have immediate dividends, and we'll see them no later than this fall. And we're very appreciative of that. We're appreciative of Father Pillars and his commitment to the city, to Ken Smith, and to the people of the city of Scranton. And to Paul and Josh across the street, thank you for your investment. We appreciate it tremendously. The city is changing before our eyes, and this is a key example of that change. Thank you.
Do we have someone to do the honors here?
Thanks for